Guys, you're welcome back again. You're welcome back. Welcome back once again. With me is Mazi Solomon Peter, who I'll be bringing back again to rejoin the program. And like I said, we've taken a short break, and I hope that at this time we'll be taking in calls, to be able to respond to calls, and also be able to take your thoughts in this program. So please, while I'm waiting for Mazi Solomon to rejoin us, I want you to continue to prepare to make your calls. The number is on the screen, and the number is +39 388 177 9665. +39. This is a WhatsApp number. WhatsApp call +39 388 177 9665.
Gentlemen, may I have your attention, please? The show starts in 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go.
Them say na court matter, but na jungle law. Fly go Kenya, them no knock door. No trial, no papers, no warning sign. Just rope neck, beat skin, cross borderline. As we no thief, as we no kill. Why are na soldiers, the storm is hill. 28 souls, blood soak the floor. Tell me what injustice mean anymore. You dey fear is truth, but truth no die. From Umuaya to diaspora, we cry. Igbo blood, they flow like stream. Biafra dream, they burn with steam. All mass lies, now waiting with their face. Them cover crime, but we know erase. Self-determination, no be sin. Now our right, we dey fight to win. Mazikanu, chained by fear. But his voice still loud with the air. Justice cry, and truth go shine. Freedom must come in God's own time. On mask life. Oh, them bring mask witness, na fake show. But when them come kill, them face they glow. Soldier no wear mask when bullets fly. Them things say the world, no they watch sky. He run for him life, who no go run? 28 gone, them shoot like fun. No peace for people, we no get name. But Biafra, no they play that game. We rise for the fallen, we shout for the change. Even if it pain, we go remain. Who on America, you see the score. How long this silence go last for? Unmasked lies, now waiting with their face. Them cover crime, but we know erase. Self-determination, don't be seen. Now our right we they fight to win. Mazikanu chained by fear, but his voice still loud with a yeah. But his voice still loud with a yeah. Justice cry and truth go shine. Freedom must come in God's own time. All mask lies now waiting with a face. Them cover crime, but we know it is. Self-determination, no be seen. Now our right we the fight to win. Mazikanu chained by fear, but his voice still loud with a yeah. Justice cry and truth go shine. Freedom must come in God's own time. Yeah. No must come. In Biafra we stand to the very last drum.
So guys, we are out on YouTube. No, we are presently on YouTube, but we are out on Facebook. So I'm going to try to see how to reconnect on Facebook. So you're going to give me some time to do that, because we have to uh, reconnect to stream on Facebook, and because that's where we have especially majority of our viewership. So while we try to do that, I will continue with the music before we bring in Mazi Solomon again. So please bear with us.
I'm asking, them say na court matter, but na jungle law. Fly go Kenya, them no knock door. No trial, no papers, no warning sign. Just rope neck, beat skin, cross borderline. As we no thief, as we no kill. Why are na soldiers, the storm is hill. 28 souls, blood soak the floor. Tell me what injustice mean anymore. You the fear is truth, but truth no die. From Umwaya to diaspora we cry. Igbo blood they flow like stream. Biafran dream, they burn with steam. All mass lies, now waiting with their face. Them cover crime, but we know it is. Self-determination, no be seen. Now our right we the fight to win. Chained by fear, but Still loud with a yeah, justice cry, and truth go shine, freedom must come in God's own time. All mask lies, now waiting with a face, them cover crime, but we know it is. Self-determination, no be seen. Now I right with a fight to
Guys, I
win.
hope that I'm coming
Masika
out.
no
I want
chained
to be
by fear,
sure.
but his voice still loud with a yeah. Justice cry, and truth go shine, freedom must come
I
in
want to be
God's
sure
own
that I'm
time.
live
Hey,
on
hey.
Facebook. I just want to be
Almost
sure that I'm
gone.
live on
In
Facebook.
Biafra, we stand till the very last drum.
I want to be sure that I'm live on Facebook,
Witness, na
guys.
fake show.
I
But
don't
when
need
them
that
come kill them,
confirmation.
face they glow. Soldier no wear mask when bullets fly. Them things say the world no they what sky. He run for him life, who no go run. 28 gun, them shoot like fun. No peace for people, we know them name.
If I'm
But
okay,
Biafra, no they
I
play
can
that. We
I
rise for
get a
the fallen, we
confirmation that
shout
I'm
for the
live on
change.
Facebook,
Even if it
please.
pain, we go remain. One America, you see this call. How long this silence go last for? All master, starting with a face. Them cover crime, but we know it is. Self-determination, no be seen. Now our rights we dey fight to win.
Because I'm not getting that
Masika no
notification if
chained
I'm
by
live
fear,
on Facebook.
but his voice still loud. Justice cry, and truth go shine. Freedom must come in God's own time. All mask lies, now waiting with a face. Them cover crime, but we know it is. Self-determination, no be seen. Now our right we dey fight to win. Mazikanu chained by fear, but his voice still loud with a yeah. Justice cry, and truth go shine. Freedom must come in God's own time. Yeah, yeah. No must come. In Biafra we stand to the very last drum.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Biafrans all over the world. I want to say thank you very much for your patience. I really appreciate you standing by us till this moment. And like I said, I would like us to start taking calls. Um, I would like us to start taking calls. I can now confirm that I'm live on both streaming channels, both on YouTube and on Facebook. So at the background here, I'm not seeing that I'm live, but checking on Facebook, I just confirmed that I am live on Facebook, which is more important to me at the moment. So I want to open the line for calls to come in. Please, I know that a lot of preparing. I'm already in church. It's already 23 past 10 p.m. in Biafra land, and also past 11 p.m. here in my location, Veneto, Italy. And I believe that for those who are following us, might have one or two contributions to make. At this point, I would like to bring in Mazi Solomon back into the studio to rejoin us from where we stopped because we're having a discussion about blame game here and there going on. Mazi, you're welcome back to the live stream.
Thank you very much, Mazi Patrick, and thank you for refreshing and playing my song in this very program. I really appreciate. Yes, in going forward, I have to call for something. I have to call for my charger because my iPad is going off, so I need to plug it in order to get more
Okay,
power.
that's it. Okay, I will give you the time to take care of that, and I'll bring you back. I'll bring you back. So I've taken Mazi off the screen so he can sort out the technical issues he's having. While we do that, while we wait for Mazi Solomon to rejoin us back, I want you to call into this program. I want calls to come. Many of you have been saying, "Oh, Mazi Solomon, where have you been? Where have you been?" and all that. Today, Solomon is here with us, and he has raised very, very important issues, very vital point about the game and the politics and the blame game. People, nobody want to take responsibility. We have also seen that even the APC and the PDP does not also want to take responsibility of their own terrorism against Nigerians and against Biafran people. Everybody is running away from terrorism. We see APC today denying we are not terrorists. Remove our name from the list of terrorists because we are not terrorists. They have not come to terms to accepting the damage they have done to the society since 1999 to date, including the PDP, who took over power in 1999 and handed over to a more criminal entity, APC. PDP have revolved because all of them are the same. And we don't want to see such a blame game in our struggle. Neither do we want to see that in our life as Biafran people, that people must learn to take responsibility of their actions. We talked about the legal team also blaming the past legal team over judgment of the past. And this is completely uncalled for. It's part of the things we are saying here that people must learn to take responsibility and stop shifting blame or stop shifting responsibility. The line is open. The line is open, and I'm bringing in Mazi Solomon again to rejoin us. The number on the screen is a WhatsApp call +39 388 177 9665. And I hope that people will call in to have a direct conversation with Mazi Solomon, who you guys have been looking for over a long time now, asking where is Solomon Peter, where is Solomon Peter. Even in the comment section, someone say, this is our brother. We haven't been seeing him for a very long time. And here you have the utmost opportunity to have a direct conversation with your hero, Solomon Peter. Hello, Mazi Solomon. You are hero of the Biafra struggle.
Thank you very much, Mazipat, for bringing me back into the program. If we might continue from where we stop, like as I'm trying to analyze, it's not like the struggle for Biafra is not all about looking down on people, but it's all about encouraging people to be the best of themselves. It's nobody, there is nobody that is less, there is nobody that is more. And by the way, nobody gives what he doesn't have. So if you see anybody making wave or anybody stepping up in this very struggle, they are doing so just because they have what it takes, or they are able to do it in that very capacity. That does not place them into being superior than you or any other person else. So you try to be the best of yourself. Once you learn how to be the best of yourself, it becomes very hard or very difficult for you to do a blame game, because you will know the stuff you are made of. Like as I've just narrated here, everything we have seen these days that happen in IPOP or happen among us as Biafra or all this, it happens everywhere, even in a nation, in the countries that are also running as a country that has all the constitution, that has all the law that are in place, that has courts, that has their judiciary system working, and every other thing, even government, president running, they still have that issue where people have to disagree. That is why in some of the countries that have democracy, they will be calling some group of people opposition, because they are opposed to whatever the other government or ruling government were doing. Some of them are the critics of the government, but everything is done, and everything is done within the confine of the law. You don't start by blackmailing people, and by the way of blackmailing them, then you wanted to stand on it to shine, which is not a way forward. Because once you blackmail people, such thing doesn't last. It doesn't pass through the test of time. When you blackmail people, the moment, if I'm listening to you now and I don't know that what you are doing is a blame game or what you are doing is a blackmailing, the time I realize that what you are doing is a blackmailing, I will not like you again. I will not like to listen to you, because I will feel you are blackmailing somebody. And by the reason of doing so, somebody like me, what I will feel is that You are putting somebody's life online just for your personal gain.
I don't know
As
if it's a network issue from my end or from the end of our brother Maazi Solomon. I want to see what Maazi Solomon. Yes, Maazi, you're welcome back.
Thank you, Mazi Patrick. So,
Yeah.
if I have to continue from where I stopped, so what
Yes,
I'm
Scott.
actually sharing with Biafras is that every time you play that politics of the blaming game, it doesn't pass through the test of time. It fed up. When people discover that you are blackmailing, or what you are saying is lying, or trying to blackmail or place, or trying to run away from taking responsibility, they will stop believing you. They will stop trusting you, you know. And somebody like me, I will not like you again, because I will feel like you are just putting other people's life online in for your personal gain, so which is not fair to anybody. So if you are a Biafran, please be the best of yourself. Do whatever things you could do best. There is no way you will be running this race which we are in, and you'll be thinking that the only way to shine is to outsmart others, or the only way to shine is for you to bring down another person, which is not the best. Thank you, Mazi Patrick.
Thank you very much. While we are waiting for calls to come in, I hope, but if calls are not coming in, it goes a long way to show that our people do not have question, that they have digested our conversation, and there is no opposition, like you said earlier, because people can only oppose when there are issues for opposition. But when there are no issues for opposition, everybody taking whatever you say. So I believe that if calls are not coming in, or whatever, or contributory calls as well, uh, that means we've been able to address the pertinent issues. I've been able to send the message out there. Mazi Solomon, we have done a great transmission as far as I'm concerned this morning. We have spent over 2 hours, and we are in the second segment of this conversation. And I believe that you have a message for Biafran people. Though you have been sending messages, you have also, in your analysis here, kind of dropped messages. But are there specific messages you would like to drop, especially to those who are beginning to, at some point, feel exhausted? I've always told people that you don't have to be in the media all the time, because there are times that you also need to take some break, then be able to refresh and come back. But there are people who just want to be there because they feel they are here to entertain their followers, that any break they take could affect what they are doing and their page. People will start pulling out, they won't pay much attention again. But in course of trying to impress people, you see fatigue start setting in. You see them become so stressful, and from that stress, you see them speaking and going out of line. Mazi, what advice do you have for some of our comrades in this respect?
To be honest with you, everybody who has taken time, whether those ones who fall out with the leadership and those with the leadership, everybody who has taken out time to come to the social media to talk about Biafra, I still stand my positions, like what Paul says in the Bible, where he said that some people they preach with envy. Some people preach with grief. Some people preach for several reasons. But to him, what he knows that at the end of the day, whether you preach out of grief, whether you preach out of jealousy, at the end of the day, what he knows that is Christ has been preached. Do you understand? So I do appreciate everybody who has time, who make time to come to social media to talk about Biafra, to be the voice of the voiceless, even those ones who comes to criticize management, and even those who are standing their ground that they are the one man squad to fight uh, to fight the leadership of IPOP. I do appreciate all of them. It takes courage for anybody to be able to come to that point. So, but what I'm just trying to say to us is that leadership requires to get criticised, because any time you are leading or you are in control of anything and you are not getting feedback, then it will be hard for you to make an adjustment. So I believe by the reason of trying to criticize the leadership or trying to fight leadership, it's just a way of feedback. So if the leaderships are wise, they will be taking those feedback and will be able to know where they need to adjust. And our people need more of engagement, you know. Like as I say to you, this very struggle, the way sometimes we get angry, it's not everybody that get angry, or maybe sometimes we will speak out of anger. Do you understand? So by the time we are doing those things, we should always remember that we are radicalizing some set of people, and it's not everybody that get radicalized that be able to regulate his emotion back into normal. Some people, after being radicalized, they fall into extreme. Do you understand? And there is no um, facilities, there is no provisions or budget that we are making right now to be able to rehabilitate people. Because to be honest with you, the anger, the provocations that is involved, that is included in this struggle, can make somebody run mad. Then in situation where somebody is talking normal, and out of the accumulated anger that involved in this very struggle, that person run mad, did we have any provision in restoring them back? No, we don't have anything in place. That's why I have to be begging everybody, be able to be in that situation where you can be able to regulate yourself. And the number one advice I want to give Biafrans understand is that try to eat good food. Why are you sometimes taking mkpuru mmiri without food in your stomach? Some are taking it out of anger, and some are taking it in with hunger, without food, and some are smoking igbo without food.
Mazi, are you insinuating that there are people who are taking Mkpulumiri among us? Or you are just trying to make fun out of Mkpulumiri this morning? Because you
Mas,
continue to
it's
repeat
not
Mkpulumiri.
all about that. It's not about
Okay,
making
so
fun, but that
okay,
is
so
just
you
a
don't the
reality.
Mkpulumiri don't necessarily have to be the Mkpulumiri, but it has to maybe
Yeah,
could be other substances.
some people are not equally eating good food. Include that some people are not having enough rest. There is a time Mazin Nandekanu is talking, when the time DSS started, circulating his picture with his wife, the video he made with his wife. He came to Radio Biafra one day and said to them that he always tell everybody, anytime you have time to enjoy, to relax, take enough rest for yourself. Do you understand? You don't need to be struggling all the time. Anytime you have right to look after yourself, look after yourself. Because I'm just making emphasis with Emperor Mili does not mean, but just a simple analogy that I can give to it. Do you understand? There are some of us who are not eating good food. So some are not managing their moods very well. Do you understand me? And as I say earlier, our body is full of chemical reactions. Do you understand? So something could be the reason why you are not able to regulate your mood. Something could be the reason why you are not engaging with your 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 with your normal senses. Do you understand? With your logic sense, with your logic sense, something is happening. Do you understand? It could be as a result of not having enough rest, not having enough break. It could be the reason because you are not eating a good food, that so your body is reacting differently. So you just needed to just look after yourself when you feel like you are deviating from the real good work that you are doing initially, and when you see that you cannot be able to regulate yourself as you used to, that you are no more in control of what you say. Because so many people, when you watch them here in social media, you will discover that they are to have totally lost control of what come out of their mouth. Do you understand me? And some of them, when they are talking, you will know that they have gone beyond normal. Do you understand? Normal human being. So the way they talk and the way they talk doesn't sound good as a normal engagement. Do you understand me? So my advice to Biafrans and everyone that is in this very struggle, there is nothing that there's no particular anger that you can display today that will make Biafra to come the next morning. For Biafra to come, you will be able to have that ability, to have more ability to engage, ability for peaceful negotiation with people, ability to seek for dialogue, ability to line up with whatever structure or whatever collective idea of our people. Do you understand? So you must have that ability. You must be flexible. You wasn't any situation that throw you to a point where you think you possess all knowledge, that you are the wisdom of the wisdoms. Anything that put you in that position, that simply means that it's working against you. So never you think that you know it all. Never you think that your opinion is just the best. Never you think that you are the one who has to say what happens. Anytime you see yourself in that position, something has gone wrong with you. You are
But
not able to
Mazi,
regulate.
what advice do you have for those who's just on the camera just to glorify themselves and talk about their achievement in the struggle? Even when we are still in the struggle, we haven't arrived at our destination, but we have already seen people praising themselves, counting their achievement, telling you what they have done and why they should be recognized and respected. What advice
That
do you have for them?
is inclusive in what. Remember, the achievement, there's not any achievement that put you forward, that makes you feel proud, that makes you feel um feel bigger than others, is actually is actually something that is above your control. So that means you are no more in control. You are being driven by something else. It's just as the same as somebody who taking Burumi. You know why I giving that instance is so that you will be able to connect to what I am saying. That so many times you might equally see people and you will be thinking that they are normal. Oh, these people with shining face and that. But you never know that what makes decision in them is something else. What makes decision in them is not the fine face, is not the good person they have always been, but it's something they have taken, something they are not checking about themselves, then that is making decision on them, or that is speaking through them. So that is just it. So anybody, when you see people, remember that the Bible says that pride goes before falling. Once you see people, they become arrogant because of the name people call them and all that. Just like one of our brother who was doing all this Facebook stuff. Then you see when that guy came newly, how he was presenting, trying to line up with what IPOP is doing, the marketing Nigeria and all that, and a lot of followers. But at the point in time when he begin to allocate power to himself and that, you can see that at that moment, from that moment when he's talking, he's no more him, he's no more in control. Is something else has taken over him, power driven and all that, it has taken over him. So when you find yourself in that very stage, please have a break. Do you understand? That's why some people go for retreat. Sometimes go to a quiet place. You need to be in control for you to be in this struggle, because there is a lot of things, there is a lot of worries, there is a lot of burden, there is a lot of pain surrendered with this kind of struggle for Biafra. So you need to have self-regulation. So you need to regulate, be able to be in charge to regulate your mood, so that you can be able to engage, so that you can be able to negotiate, so that you can be able to, you can be able to be reasonable, engage with your logic mindset, So all these things are important. So many of people who you see them that is coming to talk about the achievement, that they have already been overtaken by that proud of that achievement. They have already is their mouth is what is controlling their mouth is the proud that goes with that achievement. It's no more their their normal person. Something have overtaken them, and that is why they behave the way they behave. So, and I encourage every one of us who are Biafra, sometimes calm down, sometimes take time for yourself. Every time is not for you to talk. Every time you are called, every time anything popped out in the social media, then immediately you go to respond. Sometimes take your time. Maybe that 1 minute, that 2 minutes that you just took will give you a different dimension, or we review to you the what that message is all about. It might not be just that way that it hit you the first time that you saw it. When you looked at it the second times, you will see different angle of that very message. Do you understand? And that will help you. That small time you give to yourself will help you to be able to be in charge of your emotion, to be able to be in charge, so that you don't fall to the path of extremism. Because once you fall to that very path, remember you are no more yourself. Anybody, as you are looking at me like this, people are thinking that people who are mad are some people who come from different 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 place of life. A normal person can go mad. Once something go wrong in your brain, you're already a mad person. Once one pin or
So
one
so
bolt,
so even a simple conversation can trigger your emotion and you lose control.
you will lose control. You will lose control. So imagine a decent woman or a decent man fighting in the marketplace. Do you think it's normal? In his normal life, he cannot do it. But something went wrong. Something went wrong in his brain, and everybody was surprised. Do you know this gentleman fought in the marketplace today? Do you understand? And that is what we should watch out for, because things can go wrong when you remain angry, when you remain angry, when you are not able to regulate your emotion, when you are not able to engage with your logic sense, with your logic mind, when you are not able to regulate your emotion, you can fall to extreme. And once you go to extreme, my brother, it's very hard. It will take a psychiatric hospital to bring you back, because it's very hard. So don't go to that extent. That's what I'm advising everyone. And if you have been there, please take some time for yourself. This struggle we are in is a marathon, but we are determined to run to the end. We determined to run to the end. So sometimes, if it become too much on you, remember, a tree cannot make a forest. Only you, only that thing you come to say here will not restore Biafra. Because all the opinion, all the idea you are bringing is another mistake that is waiting for us, to happen. Once we go in line with that thing you are saying, the mistakes will start popping out. Do you understand? So there is nothing that we are doing that should be void of mistake at this time. But what all you do is to learn from your mistake, and the plan, have better plan and move on. So that is just it. So we Biafrans should be conscious of this. I've been hammering this all time, even when Mazen Nnamdi Kanu came and said that about how many thousands of people are undergone. I started shouting. The reason I'm shouting is because once that mindset, once those once we are not able to control those people, once those people move out of our control, then it will backfire to our community. And what did we end up seeing? Do you understand? One, we need to remain in control of those people. We need to make sure that the system we put in place, we are followed. And I keep saying it. Look at ESN, the this thing for creating ESN is for the Indian, and that is what they are. We never give them gun. Some people just went and get gun by themselves. Is there any gun that we launch. The day Mazin Nnamdi Kanu, people who say ESN has gone, they are cheating. I say, where did the ESN? The day ESN was launched, Mazi, did you see any ESN with gun?
Absolutely not.
They are only in Dinshe. At a time, people came here and started calling them Biafran Defense Force. They are Eastern Security Network. People, group of people who come together to work to secure their areas. And the people start changing them. Do you understand? Changing the name, changing the template in which they are created. And that is the
They even,
crisis we have.
they even started naming from ESN to Biafra Liberation Army.
All these
Huh?
things is just confusion. And where did it land? Where is the Liberation Army? Where are they? They started talking as an individual. They ended up, that move ended up dividing a lot of people for the sake of power, sake of authority. Ask any of them, did the IPOP buy gun and give them? The day they are launched, is there any gun with them? People are individuals. They went to sort themselves out. They are a group of Ndinche who plan to defend themselves. Do you understand? But it never been a time that we launch and said we have launched gun or we have launched ESN with gun. But it is people here who lost control, who came here, started telling us of Biafran Liberation Army, Biafran this. You left the peaceful engagement we are having to restore Biafra. You left it and they started giving few member of people that is not up to 100 or not up to giving them gun, that they will be the one that we protect your territory, while even some of the nation that even have the gun, have the nuclear, they are not able to protect their territory. Then it's the few people who you gave gun that will protect your territory, instead of the peaceful engagement you are having, knowing that security of life and property is based on a global standard. Do you understand? So we mix it. That is a mistake. We should own our mistake so that we will be able to have better plan to move ahead. If we don't highlight all these things, there is people again who is going to fall over to extreme tomorrow. And when they fall to extreme, they start causing mayhem. And their give opportunity is like uh, when Asari Dokubo and Mazin Nnamdi Kanu issue. Do you understand me? And Mazin, I came here and I was telling people, don't give opportunity, because this time you're saying this person will say I will do this. You are just giving an opportunity that somebody, Nigeria can go and kill Asari Dokubo tomorrow. And when they kill Asari Dokubo, they will put it on you. They will say, oh, it's IPOP who has killed him. Do you understand? So that kind of opportunities, we don't give it to the people which we know they can do or do, as long as they have anything to blame IPOP. So all this is the advice I have for our people. Take it easy on yourself. Take it easy on yourself. Definitely Biafra will be restored in God's own time. I want Mazi, please play this my music again to Biafrans who are listening here, so that they can hear my word and my message in that very song, which stated very, very clear. Okay, we need to line ourselves up with the leadership of IPOP, knowing that a tree cannot make a forest. Let's come together there. Whatever mistake, let's be able to correct our mistakes and move on. We need peaceful engagement. We need peaceful engagement. We need to try our best. You don't need to forget the good work, or you don't need to forget the good effort that you have been making, that are making achievement that is profiting everybody, and you abandon it to start screaming in the Facebook, name calling, blaming game, and all that. we have achieved, since all these things started, we have achieved less to compare to what we achieved when everybody is moving in one direction. Thank you,
Yes,
Master
Mazi, I just
Patrick.
got a notification that this stream is not in the public space. So I'm trying to see how I can put it out there to make sure that that the stream is in the public place. Um, so please just give me a while before I play that music. Let me see how I can redo the setting to make sure that people are getting this transmission, because I think that is why it's like I have some restrictions. I don't know. It's like I have some restrictions when I look at the number of followership, the number of viewership. I start to question, why is it that Facebook is limiting the number of viewership or something? But somebody just brought it to my notice now that I'm a kind of restricted. So I'm trying to see if I can work on the setting so that I'll be able to give, I'll be able to, yes, it's on public, yes, it's not limited, it's on public view. So the whole world is watching. It's not, it does not have any limitation like our sister draw my attention to. So I believe that a lot of people are not okay. So I don't know. You said Ogechukwu said, Patrick, you need to reset the settings of this LB page. You need to set it up to public to remove the restrictions. So there are no restrictions. I have just verified it, and this transmission is going. Um, this transmission is uh, is on public mode in such a way that I won't have any form of issues with viewership. So I understand that there are some sort of restrictions actually, but it's not from my end. I believe so. It's not from my end. It could be restriction from Facebook, but I believe that many people will definitely watch the program later. But I would like us to come in. If you have anything to say, please call in on the number on the screen because I'll be rounding up very soon. And for the meantime, I want to take this Maazi Solomon song again. This song has become a song of inspiration to me. Sometimes I tell Maazi Solomon, I didn't know that you are a musician. Oh. How do you get all the both the beat, the rhythm, everything is in line? And I say, Maazi, you have given us a surprise. Let her take it again.
Unmasked leader. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Them say na court matter, but na jungle law. Like Kenya, them no knock door. No trial, no papers, no one inside. Just rope neck, beat skin, cross borderline. As we no thief, as we no kill. Why are na soldiers, the storm is hill. 28 souls, blood soak the floor. Tell me what justice mean anymore. You dey fear is truth, but truth no die. From Umwaya to diaspora, we cry. Igbo blood, they flow like spring. Black and drink, we burn. Mass lies, now waiting with their face. Them cover crime, but we know erase. Self-determination, no be sin. Now our rights we dey fight to win. Mazikanu chained by fear, but his voice still loud with the air. Justice cry and truth go shine. Freedom must come in God's own time. Unmasked life. Oh, oh. Them bring mask witness, na fake show. But when them come kill, them face they glow. Soldier no wear mask when bullets fly. Them things say the world, no they watch sky. He run for him life, who no go run? 28 gun, them shoot like fun. No peace for people, we no get name. But Biafra, no they play that game. We rise for the fallen, we shout for the change. Even if it pain, we go remain. One America, you see the score. How long this silence go last for? Unmasked lies, now waiting with their face. Them cover crime, but we know erase. Self-determination, don't be seen. Now our right we they fight to win. Mazikanu chained by fear, but his voice still loud with the air. Justice cry and truth go shine. Freedom must come in God's own time. Unmasked lies, now waiting with a face. Them cover crime, but we know erase. Self-determination, no be seen. Now our right we they fight to win. Mazikanu chained by fear, but his voice still loud with the air. Justice cry and truth go shine. Freedom must come in God's own time.
This your song is what dancing to.
Must
It's
come.
what dancing to
Biafra, we
was. And I
stand to the
believe
very
that
last drum.
for Biafrans who want to have access to this
Witness
song,
na
you
fake
can
show.
request for it.
But when them come kill them
I
face they
send them
glow.
to you directly
Soldier
on
no
your
wear mask
WhatsApp.
when
You
bullets
can
fly.
also check it
Them
out
things say
on
the world
YouTube.
no they what sky. He
Mazi
run for
Solomon.
him
Mazi,
life,
can you
who no
please
go
tell
run?
Biafrans where they can get
28
this
gun, them
song
shoot
on
like fun.
YouTube, on
No
your
peace for
YouTube,
people.
on your YouTube channel? Very, very important. It's important that you tell Biafrans, give them direction on how they can get this song on your YouTube channel. Very, very important.
Yeah, it's the same on Solomon Peter channel in YouTube. So if you search for Solomon Peter, then you will be able to see some of this song is there. So
I want to see how I can actually I want to see how I can actually copy that link and paste on my okay. Okay, I can see here Solomon Peter. Let me see. I'm on YouTube. Let me see. Okay, voice. The title of this song is one of the songs is Voice Biafra number one. Solomon Peter. Let me see if I can copy the link and paste on the comment section so that people can actually use this link to have access to some of your songs and be able to access them. So let me see how I can do that. This is a wonderful song. Please go on Solomon Peter so you can copy. Okay, I'm already doing that now. So the link to the link is on the comment section. Yeah, the link is on the comment section. Voice Biafra one. So you can go and listen to all the Solomon Peters Biafra song on YouTube. Mazi Solomon,
yeah.
can you hear me?
Yes, I'm here. I'm
So
here.
are you promising to come up with more songs for us, or are you going on retirement so soon?
um, there is already enough songs in the YouTube, but Biafrans, most of Biafrans, they are not aware of it. So if anyone come across any of my songs, you should share it with other people. So we continue speaking out for Biafran. So, but in terms of more music, we still have a lot of music that will be coming out very soon. So, we'll be using that media to be lending our voice to what is happening in the Biafra land about the kidnap of Mazinan, the Kano, and all that. We continue to do that. We also do some other secular music. Yeah, so based on love and other things. So we are not retiring anytime soon. We are still here. We are here until another court in another place we declare them a terrorist. We will continue to speak and we will not keep quiet. So, and I'm calling everybody who has been speaking also to take the challenge to continue to speak. The world is hearing your voice. It doesn't matter how tiny it is. One day you will come to understand that the world is hearing your voice. And that is the only way we can restore Biafra. When they keep hearing us and when we keep presenting evidence to them. And I'm pleading to all Biafrans. I'm pleading to all Biafrans. I know in this struggle, so many people across this struggle must have, one time or the other, be offended by others. It's nothing different from what we see happen in other organizations. But what is important is our goal. That is the main important. The collective uh, our collective effort is what is important. We should put our eyes on the ball. We should be able to focus on the restoration of Biafra. And if we are able to do that, then we can be able to settle our differences. Because where any number of people, like 2, 3, 10 people gathered, there will always be disagreement. There will be always be some group of people who will want only their opinion, and some will be looking at you the time you are leading. um yeah, it's like I have one brother then which I have to work with. So when I was leading, he was thinking that I'm being slow, that I wasn't doing it fast, that I wasn't being good enough. But by the time I give him the chance to lead, and then it is then that he come back to me say, "Nah, more than me feel agabuka." Nah, more than me feel agabuka all this while. I don't even know what. I don't know that it's stressful to this point. You know, sometimes when you are the one leading, some people will think that you are slow, you are not making it fast. They don't know what you are passing through until you give them that opportunities. Then they will realize that it's not easy. Do you understand?
Because
It's not easy.
as a spectator, it is much easier to see fault and defects in the field of play than
Yeah.
when you are now put in the field of play to play the game. When you are a spectator, it is easy to point at faults and mistakes.
Yes. So, but the time when you get to the field, you will forget when you are the one being confronted with the situation. You will discover that sometimes most of the tactics, most of the knowledge or things you could do could not even be able to flash into your brain. You could not remember them. Do you understand? But the other person, looking by the time, looking at you at that time, who might be remembering one or two, we think that maybe you don't want to make a right decision, you don't want to, but they don't know that you are just trying to make sure that things worked in order, there's no multiple mistakes. They don't know the problem you are micromanaging at that moment. You understand me? At that moment when they are trying to criticize you, they might not know the problem that you are trying to micromanage. All they just want to see at that moment is the outcome. They want to see result. They want to see quick result and all that and that. That is the focus of people when they are watching others play. So, but I'm just encouraging all Biafrans. So try more if you want to be in the leadership. Try more to find yourself in that corridor where you can be able to make impact with your idea and some of the things you might want to correct. But before you get to that place, please remove the thought of wanting to pull down those ones who are ahead of you. Instead, support them so that any day you will find yourself in the position of that leadership, you could also see people who will support you to make headway. Mazi Patrick, thank you very much. It has been a very good time with you this evening. I never expected it, but it happens, and I'm
Yeah,
here. And
because
I believe in my
it's
little
evening
way,
on your
uh,
side. Maz, it's
I'm
evening.
still
It's
learning.
very,
I'm
very
still learning
important to.
again. I'm still learning again how to be in the public, how to speak with the public. You can see I'm dragging my mouth, but very soon, as I continue to practice, then practice will make me perfect. Thank you very much. I appreciate your time. Please, all Biafran, I may not reach your expectations, but whatever way you do it, whatever way you find it, please just appreciate the little one we put there. We know you can do more, but the reason why you should do more is because you are seeing some little fault from the one we did today. So just try and do more. Add more
No,
voice to
Maz,
what we have
absolutely.
said.
You have been of great inspiration to Biafrans over the years. Your analysis have been top notch, inspirational, and how have made great impact in the struggle. Most of the problem we have as a people is that our people always focus on what they think is the easiest way to solving problem. Our people do not consider the process. Rather, they just want to see result. And when you focus on result and not looking at the process that will give you result, you are definitely going to have issues. You are going to make mistake. So it is important that they understand that IPOB is not just looking at result, but also looking at the process we are following in achieving this result. Because the process you follow goes a long way to tell who you are and also impact in the values, because a lot of people believe that it's just about getting Biafra restored. No, there are processing what most of the things you see or do today trying to work on the mind of our people is that we don't want to see a situation where we get into a Biafra and we get the Biafra and we are worse than Nigeria. So this struggle process also avail us the opportunity to re-engineer the mind of our people, to be able to recondition their mind to face the success that we're going to achieve eventually. Because this struggle also give us that opportunity to redefine ourselves as a people, to make the decision of the kind of nation we want to build in the future. Because if I was saying it that if Biafra was achieved between 1967 to 1970, maybe we would have even mismanaged that victory as well. Because maybe we would have gotten it on a platter of gold where we now get Biafra, and people didn't go through enough process, enough suffering, enough difficulty that will define them, that would have given birth to a better future republic. If we have gotten Biafra between 1967 to 1970, maybe we wouldn't have been even better than what we are today. Having considering what we've gone through in the heart of Nigeria between then and now, because between after the war, things we've gone through have also made us to have taught us a lesson that we will never build any country that will be like Nigeria. Between 1967 to 70 until date, we have been able to come to terms with the reality that anything that has to do, any atom of Nigeria should not be found in our new nation that we are anticipating to build. So let us also look at the process that will give us the victory and not just the victory itself. I don't know if Mazi Solomon is there. I hope that he comes back. The program. Yes, Mazi is back. Mazi, are you there?
Yes, I am here.
Okay, you're welcome back, Mazi. So I don't
Thank
know
you.
if what I'm saying is making sense. I said,
Yeah,
if
that's exactly what the program is all about. Like as I normally said, life is all about hope. Anybody who is hopeless in this very life is more or less uh, not more or less not providing any value to anyone. You know. So once you become hopeful, then you'll be able to charge and be the best of yourself. So I really feel pity in the hopeless situations of some of our people who has been involved in this very struggle. So And some could be the reason, because every blame should not go to people all the time. Sometimes there is some individuals which we couldn't manage their problem very well, not like intentionally, just because we don't want to manage their problem, just because maybe to some of them we don't have all it takes and all the resources to manage their situations. Because you wouldn't tell me we are just a Biafrans, we haven't gotten like a country of our own. So there is some level of diplomacies that, or some level of the world stage that you might not find us at this very moment. There is problem we could not solve, to some of our problem of our people we could not solve, just because we haven't become a sovereign state. So we still have a lot of limitations around us. But I must give kudos to the leadership of IPOP, who were able to be navigating over uh, these huge challenges that are facing our people every day. So, but I'm still at the same time appealing to our people, please take a time off and relax yourself. If you see that you're getting overboard, if you see you are getting overboard, we cannot make it as an individual. We must come together. We must see reason to come together. We must stop these divisions among us. We must, move above our differences for us to get it right. It's very, very important. We just need a body that will guide us. We cannot do it as an individuals. So please, let us calm down. Let us find a way to reason otherwise. Let's see view from different angle, not from one set of angle. And let us remove this blaming game, because it will not save us. Please stream my music, listen to my music. It has a lot of inspirations. It has a lot of messages that could calm you down, that will make you to focus, that will make you to see the need to remain positive in the struggle for Biafra. And never you forget my word. This word I say to you: if you allow yourself to remain angry for a long time, there is tendencies of you falling over to extremism. And once you become extremism, you are now going to the age of getting mad, losing the ability to engage logically. So once you lost that control, what left? You could have been more useful if you have been able to manage your emotion properly. If you could able to take rest, we could have been more useful to us. Now that we
And
have certain.
Many people who actually fell out of IPOB and started criticizing IPOB, started abusing IPOB because they could not manage their emotions.
That is exactly what I'm encouraging, because I'm watching it happen. And when I look at people, I could equally see that something went wrong. And I keep emphasizing, please eat good food. Eat good food is very, very important. Any food that you know that is not reacting well in your body, stop eating it. You need to be in a good health for you to be able to participate fully in a struggle like the struggle of Biafra, because we are faced with different types of troubles, challenges, pain every day. So for you to be able to navigate yourself in those challenges, my dear, you need to eat good food. You need to have good rest. You need to have break when you need it. Okay, that's very, very important. Eat good food, please. If anybody is giving you mkpulu mmiri, reject it. If anybody is giving you igbo and you know that it's not reacting well, it's making you lose control and lose the sense of reasoning, stop taking it. Whatever thing it is, eat good food, have good rest, have good sleep, take a break. Try all these methods just to help yourself. All I'm pleading with you: remain in control. Don't let something else that is not part of this struggle take over your mind, over, over, take over you, take over your reasoning. Keep focus and keep believing, keep hoping. Biafra will be restored in God's own time, and we will not miss it. We will all be part of it, because the restoration of Biafra will be tied to the effort that we are putting today. So that is my message to the Biafrans. And Mazi Patrick, at this point, I must be saying, I must be saying bye. and I hope you arrange for the next time for me to appear in your program. I appreciate the work you are doing, and I encourage you. You are one of the persons that I I
Mazi, please,
always respect in this country.
before you go, because there is something you said. You said Biafra will be restored at God's own time, and there is a video I want to play about a Yoruba man. Just a moment, because it's important that when you say this thing, people will say, "Oh, how?" People does not believe it is possible. But I want us to listen to this. I want us to listen for this 1 minute 47 video clip before you go, because you just echoed on what this man said.
Did Igbos miscalculate at some point in the history of Nigeria? No. Well, as far as the war was concerned, no.
Just Mazi is a very big question, and this is a Yoruba man. I'm trying to see how I can put it, but it's not possible to play on video. But I'm going to use the audio to play so that our people will understand that the restoration of Biafra is imminent, no matter how long it's going to take. You understand what I'm saying?
Igbos miscalculate at some point in the history of Nigeria. No. Well, as far as the war was concerned, it wasn't miscalculation. The war was not necessary. They shouldn't have gone to war. But they were provoked. Igbos had no choice but to go to the war. They had no choice other than to fight to defend it, to defend humanity. I supported Ojukwu 1,000%. They were pushed to the wall. They had to fight. They had to create their own country by fire, by force. Do you think there should be Biafra? Of course. Of course. Of course. Why did I go and visit my Zegu's mother? Why did I go to the east for my honeymoon? Why did I go to Lagos or go to somewhere else to do my honeymoon after marriage? You went to the house of Chinua Achebe? I went to Chinua Achebe in Nsukka University. I spent a night there. I went to Mazi, the author, what's his name now? He was president of youth movement. He lived somewhere close to Enugu. I went to see him. I spent a night there. Will Biafra come? It will come. I mean, Nigeria is going to break up. Nobody can do anything about it. Nobody. Why are you so certain about it? Because I know it will happen. No country operated the way Nigeria has been operated can survive. It's not possible. All the rogues who are running the country down, who are doing all sorts of things they are doing now, will pass away. They will not be there forever.
Feeling limited so Mazi, just like you said, this is a Yoruba man. He's not a Biafran, no. He's not a Biafran. This is a Yoruba man. And he's re-echoing and reassuring our people that Biafra will come. So for many people who are having doubt in their mind, the message is very, very clear. It might take time, just like you said, that in God's own time, because it is the God that have put all of us together, that have made me to know you, this same God who have ordained Biafra to come. It is that same God that have made me to know you and so many other people in the struggle through his own divine intervention and connection, that will all in our different locations work together, giving us this internet connection as an instrument of organizing ourselves in working towards a common goal of our liberation by restoring Biafra. So Mazi, the message is very, very clear, and I know it is already ordained. We just have to, and that is why it's very, very important, because some time ago I told them that we are writing a Bible, we are writing history. Our children are going to come back and look at our antecedents and say, look at the role my father played, look at the role my mother played. So from the now, their papa, their mama, your children are also going to look at the role you play in the Biafra struggle, how you were causing confusion, distraction here and there, and they are going to look at it and judge for themselves. And that is why it's important that people live an exemplary life so that in the future your generation will be proud of you and say, yes, my father was constructive, my mother was constructive. Look at the role, look at the inspiration that comes from my parents during this struggle for Biafra restoration. And it is just the reality, whether we like it or not. Mazi Solomon.
Yes, Mazi, you have already nailed it. Yeah, just to add to what you have said, when I said God's own time is not on the sense in a religious sense, but when God has already given you power, when you already have power and to do something, and you are doing it, and by every indication you are making headway, then that simply means that appointed time for you to arrive, there is appointed time for you to arrive to your destination, because everything is suggesting that you are moving forward. Despite all confusion, despite all the troubles, we still have time to talk about Biafra. We still have time to forge ahead. I still have time to call you to come back to your role. Come back to your role. Biafra will be restored. The right thing that you are doing that is accumulating an achievement. I can say, for instance, in this very video, do you understand? I have number of Biafran activists, a number of Biafran people who come to the Facebook. I know how they are being liked. I know how the people are commenting under their pages. And for now, since the time they deviated, they leave that very part and they went to the part of blaming game and all the rubbish that is going on in social media. They should shake. How many people is liking their video anymore? Where their message is no more being shared, you know? So, and that is minus, not a plus. And that is the thing that our adage said. Agadi nwanyị ada nda ada na abụọ gụọ ihe o bu n'okpo ọnụ. Sometimes take a time, take a stock, check yourself, what you are doing before, what you are achieving with it, and what you are doing now. Why are you doing something that you are losing, something that at the end of the day you are not making more achievement, rather you are losing out? Why should you continue in that very path? Anything that puts you in that very path is what you are going to reject, is what you are going to say no to. Anything that put you, I know so many of them who have done so well in this social media, but today they are nowhere to be found since they started talking jargons, since they started engaging themselves into unnecessary fight, unnecessary argument. They are no more making headway, and they are no more, you know, putting the world on notice as to regard to the evil, as to regard to the injustice that are melt against our people. Rather, they concentrate all their energies in arguing with each other. What about if you don't like the management of IPOP? Why can't you then stand on your own and do what is right, knowing that the focus is to speak for the people who has no voice? Why should you focus your energies in attacking others in what they are doing that is also moving forward? So you see that it doesn't worth it. So focus on what you are doing, even if when you don't want to be under the leadership of IPOP, you want to be that individual you want to be. Focus on the marketing Nigeria. Focused on making the world, putting the world on notice as to regard to injustice melt on people who could not speak for themselves. Focus on it, do video on it, and they forget about whatever mistake you think other people are making, because that one you are doing right is what we make another court to call them terrorists. Thank you, Mazipat. At this
Thank you,
point,
Mazi
I have to
Solomon.
go. I have to
Thank you
go so
very
that I'll be able to come back next time if if time
well
permits me.
refreshed.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. I know that we always do better. I really appreciate. So I want to say thank you, Biafrans, for the time you have dedicated today, and we also want to thank ourselves too for making our time to come to you. We opened the line but no calls. We are used to it, people not calling because the message is very very clear. I know that if we have said things that are unwarranted, calls would have come in for them to correct us or to interject or to redirect us. So for calls not to come in, it shows that there is a high level of agreement in our broadcast today. And I want to say thank you very much for being part of this wonderful episode. And I will continue to come your way consistently as much as I can, and also on BTV as well. But today I've decided to run this program on Patrick Ikem Chronicle, and the reception has been huge. Thank you very much. I heard that there are some level of restriction to this program on Facebook, quite unfortunately, but I hope and pray that Facebook will give us more access to reach out to more people. And I believe that the message is clear, that the world is also getting our message that Nigeria is a terrorist organization, it's a terrorist country, and the declaration of APC and PDP, a terrorist organization, have attested to that, that those who are running Nigeria are the terrorists, using a political flag and political parties to perpetrate their criminality. And the message has been there over the years, and a court in Canada have just ruled on it and should be applauded. And that is the reason we'll continue. Let us applaud Canada for that. Once again, thank you, Canada. We want to say thank you very much. Thank you, Canada, for giving out that judgment, and it is well deserving. Until I come your way again, my name is Ikem Patrick DK, and I hope that we'll be meeting soon. And I hope and I pray that we'll also be able to continue to have regular engagement with Mazi Solomon, who will always available at his own given time. Mazi Solomon is always busy. He's a family man with a lot of work in his hand. But I'm happy that his passion remains strong despite his personal commitment, and he has proven himself also to be committed to the struggle. And he have also shown that no matter what happened, that he aligned himself with the leadership of IPOB, because he believed that the structure of IPOB cannot be contravened. He believed that we need a standing structure to be able to push the struggle forward. No matter how imperfect and bad the structure is, it is the collective effort for everybody to join hands to make it perfect and make this work. So I want to thank Mazi Solomon for his consistency in that regard. Until I see you guys again, I want to say thank you. Have a wonderful Sunday, and God bless you all. Thank you, and thank you once more.